Okay, so I absolutely loved this week's Twin Peaks episode. Now, I've probably said that about some of the episodes this season. I'm like, that was the best episode. But personally, I feel like this week's episode was the best, and mostly because it made me laugh so hard. Now, if you don't know me, then you wouldn't know that it takes a lot to make me think something is really, really funny. Like, even a lot of the popular comedy series that people watch and love and just think are hysterical, I don't watch because I don't see the humor in them. So for me to really, really laugh at something and really enjoy the comedic part of it, it really says a lot, and I definitely loved this episode because of that. So let's start off with Dougie when he walked into like the glass window because he thought, I guess it was so clean that it looked like he could just walk on through, but he hit his head. Just so funny to me. I actually had a similar experience when I was a kid. I was like in a mall and somebody's windows were like super clean, and they had actually closed early like for the night, so they like all the doors that closed the store were like a clear window type doors, and I was so excited. It was like a candy store or something, and I was like running to get in there, and I was with a bunch of other friends, and I slammed right into the glass. So I could totally relate to Dougie's scene. Plus there were people inside the store and they laughed at me, and like my friends laughed at me, and I would have laughed at me too, but it hurt, so I didn't. But anyway, I can relate to that scene. But to me the funniest part was when the guy that Dougie worked with was trying, or actually poisoned his coffee, and so he felt bad because he thought Dougie was onto him, which he totally wasn't, and he ran into the men's restroom, like dumped the coffee in the urinal and then threw the cup in the trash, and the other guy that was in the bathroom was like, wow, that bad, huh? Because he thought his coffee was just so terrible that he had to like race in there to get rid of it, when all along he was just getting rid of poison. I died. It was so funny. I was laughing so hard, and I just love this episode. But there were so many other great things about this episode. I mean, I am kind of surprised that we still have Dougie with us and we don't have Cooper back yet, but I don't know if I'm one of the few people who love him. I feel like everyone's waiting for Cooper to come back, and I am waiting, but Dougie makes me laugh so hard. I still am never going to be ready to give him up. I'm still not ready. And it also cracks me up how no one thinks he's strange. Like, he never carries on a conversation. All he does is repeat what the person said to him. And nobody has caught on like something is terribly wrong with this guy. He couldn't even get out of his new BMW. His wife had to totally help him, and she's so mesmerized because he's making all kinds of money and has a new car and got the new gym for Sunny Gym. So she doesn't even care. It's like totally ridiculous. So we should talk about Bad Cooper, who was definitely badass in this episode. And when he punched the dude he had the arm wrestling match with, he absolutely punched like his entire face in and killed him. It was very graphic. Now I haven't read, I usually make it a point not to go and read like what the entertainment websites are saying after every episode, or find like message boards or anything like that to read what fans are saying, just because I want to form my own opinion of each episode when I'm doing these videos. But I did want your guys' help on something. So the guy that he killed, who put the green ring on, and then like that person ended up in the lodge, was this person like a doppelganger for someone else? I was kind of thinking it was kind of like how Good Cooper is in Dougie's body, but Dougie actually doesn't look like him. Like we see just some guy like inhabiting this guy's body, the person that Bad Cooper killed, because I'm not clear about it and I haven't read anything to find out. So if you guys know, please let me know down below. But it was good to see Audrey again. However, I feel terrible with her situation. It makes me very sad that her life has turned out this way. She's just like, you know, wow, just very out of sorts and just not a happy person, and it's really sad to see her that way. We still have no idea if Richard's her son, even though I still kind of think he is, and we saw him briefly in this episode. And it was so good to see Norma, and especially to see Big Ed, and I definitely think they will end up getting together. But she's dating like this guy who has made her restaurant into like a chain, a small chain, which I thought that element was very cool of this episode, how they've expanded the R&R to other places. And I definitely don't think her boyfriend's a very good guy, and I think that's going to end. And you could tell that like Ed was like super jealous of him, and I definitely think they will end up being together eventually, so that makes me happy. And it was great to see Shelly again, especially seeing her in the diner. I just love seeing her. We saw so many characters. We saw Bobby in this. We just saw, you know, a lot of like beloved characters. We saw I never can think of her name, the girl with the patch eye, the woman with the patch eye, we saw her, and Dr. Jacoby, and she definitely has like some kind of crush on him, which is funny. So I don't know if she just never got married or what happened to her, but it was so good. It was almost, you know, it was kind of reminiscent of the past to see like a lot of our favorites. We didn't see everyone, but I just felt like overall it was such a good episode, and it was just so funny. And I kind of, well, not kind of, but I love the fact that this show has so many facets. Like, it can be scary, it can be creepy, it can be very violent and gory, it could be so heartwarming, and then it could be totally hilarious. And that, I think, is what is special about Twin Peaks, and that's what made me love the show. And it's not just one thing. And if you were to describe it to somebody, like, what is Twin Peaks, you couldn't just use, like, it's a mystery or it's a thriller. You know, it's pretty much everything into one show, and you really never know what things, what parts of, you know, what type of show each episode is going to be. And a lot of times it's many different things wrapped into one in every episode. So I just think it's really, really good. So a heads up, I have been traveling. It started last weekend, and I have 2 more weekends of travel that I know of right now. So because of that, I planned on watching this Sunday night when it aired, but I was going to watch it on my Showtime app in the hotel, and their Wi-Fi went down that night, and I kept trying to, you know, hoping it would come back, and I was going to do a video like that night, but it never came back. So I will be in a different state next weekend, so I don't know if I will have time or resources to do a video like the next 2 weekends. As far as the live chats, I was just so crazy busy that I didn't have time to do one this week. But if you follow me on Twitter, it's Kelly_TV. I will let you know if I'm going to be doing Twin Peaks live chats in the next couple of weeks. But I'll definitely keep doing the videos, whether I do them like right after it airs, if I am able to watch the episode, or a couple days later like I'm doing here. And I kind of hate that. Well, I hate it very much. But I still want to keep doing these, you know, shows, whatever, chats on my channel, videos. It's just that I'm not able to stick to my own schedule right now for the next couple of weeks. But a lot of stuff is coming up, and I should be home more for like American Horror Story and This Is Us and a lot of our shows, How to Get Away with Murder. I know a lot of you guys also watch other videos that I do and watch other shows that I watch. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and if you enjoy my discussions about Twin Peaks, thumbs this video up. If you are new here, just check out my channel because I do all kinds of shows with similar themes. So we probably have the same stuff in common, the same likes as far as TV shows go. So I hope you guys are having a great week so far. And I really miss you guys. I hope to have a live chat sometime soon. Watch my Twitter for updates. So bye guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.